Good morning, Danielle. How are you this
Hi,
morning?
I'm doing great. Doing
We're
great.
here speaking to Danielle Davis. Danielle teaches K through 5 French
Mhm.
at the Sage International School in beautiful Boise, Idaho. We're so pleased to be talking to you today.
Thank you. I just feel really blessed to be able to talk to you today about my experience. So,
We're going to talk about your experience at the 2019
mhm,
ACTFL Convention and World Languages Expo, which
mhm.
everyone will remember was in Washington, D.C., the last time we all got together.
Yep.
So love to hear a couple of things. I'd love to know how you decided to attend that event, because that's always kind of a big thing looking back. How did you
Yes, it
decide to
is.
attend that event?
Yeah, I think it is always really a big step to make that decision to go to the national convention. And for me, it probably started way back in 2015 when I was at a state conference for world languages, Idaho Association of Teachers of Language and Culture, and met a mentor, a professor, met the keynote speaker who became a mentor professor of mine. And then in 2019, leading up to that conference, she encouraged me to present a proposal, and it was accepted. So I went as a first-time presenter and first-time attendee at the conference.
Excellent.
Mhm,
Excellent.
mhm.
What was your favorite aspect of that convention? It probably wasn't the actual speaking, right? But what was your
No,
favorite
although
favorite
that
part?
was a really amazing, incredible experience.
Yeah.
But a month before, in October, a month before the convention, I sort of accidentally became president of our state organization. Um, there, the vice president had resigned earlier on in the year, and there wasn't somebody to step into that spot. And somehow I volunteered enough to they picked up, and I left the conference with the presidency. So I ended up going not only as a first time presenter, but in this new leadership role as president of our state organization. And in that role, I got an invitation to the Capitol Hill Day because it was in
Ah,
Washington,
yes.
D.C. They had a special language advocacy day on Capitol Hill. I never had any connection to advocacy, didn't know that there was an advocacy arm of ACTFL. And I went. I was the only person from Idaho there. And I was just tooling around, talking to our senators and all this stuff. And it just blew my mind. It blew my mind that this was possible. I got turned on to the seal of biliteracy and
Right.
wanted to bring that back to our state because Idaho didn't have it yet. It was just a mind blowing experience.
Wow.
So yeah, that was probably my favorite. And then in addition to that, I also reconnected with Dr. Ali Moeller,
Yes.
she had been president of ACTFL a couple of years before that. I think it was 2018, but she was my methods instructor at the University
Ah,
of Nebraska, Lincoln. And I credit her for putting my path, putting my feet on the path to language education and keeping it there through some really pivotal moments in my life. My path to education was circuitous and long, but she put my feet on the path, and I reconnected with her there at that conference.
fantastic. Well,
Mhm,
those all sound like incredibly valuable aspects of the conference. But
mhm,
here, 3 years hence,
mhm.
looking back and with hindsight, were those the most valuable aspects of the event for you? Was your career altered in other ways, or have you pretty much summed that up?
Well, so I learned about advocacy and JNCL Nicholas
Mhm.
at the conference. I also connected with Kathleen Priceman, who was the
Oh,
president of NEL at that time and became
yeah.
involved in NEL. Um, and I connected more closely with PNCFL, our regional organization, and Bridget Yaden, who was coming into the presidency that year,
Right.
actually volunteered to be our keynote speaker for the fall for the fall conference the next
So
year.
there's an example of a
So
serendipitous event.
absolutely. Oh my gosh, there were all of these really serendipitous moments that lined up. And in the past 2 years, those opportunities have grown. right? I'm still the president of our state organization, kind of bringing it through these 2 years of COVID. And I'm involved I'm on the executive committee for NEL. I'm co-coordinator of the National Networking Committee for NEL. And I've attended, Jay and Seal Nicholas, and I've joined NADSFUL. All of these seeds that were planted at the 2019 convention have been taking root and growing over the last 2 years. And I feel like it's just the beginning.
You attended lots of sessions, educational sessions, and you went through the exhibit hall and you did all the things that conference goers do when they attend conferences. But these were the unexpected, serendipitous benefits that accrued from actually being there in person, bumping into people, making connections. So lots of value there.
Untold value, really. I mean, the connections, the personal relationships that you build, the connections that you make there in person at ACFL, you absolutely don't know where those are going to lead. And it really was the start of my career journey, attending 2019 info. So
that's wonderful. And will we see you in Boston, I hope?
Yes, I will be
very good.
I will be doing stuff with Nell at the Nell breakfast. I will be presenting again. My conference session was accepted, so I'll be doing that. Yeah, I'm really, really, really looking forward to being there and connecting
Danyelle,
with
thank you
everybody
so
again.
much. So wonderful to hear your story. Thank you so much for taking time to speak with us. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in Boston. We will connect one-on-one in person there.
Thank you. I would love that. Really, really love that, Marta.
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.